Well, Kamala Harris and her campaign are in damage control mode over flip-flops on fracking, a critical industry in the crucial battleground of Pennsylvania.
There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking. I have a history of working on this issue. And to your point, we have to just acknowledge that the residual impact of fracking is enormous in terms of the impact on the health and safety of communities.
Joe Biden has said, quote, I am not banning fracking. Are you comfortable with Joe Biden's position?
Yes, because Joe is saying, listen, one, those are good paying jobs in places like Pennsylvania.
All right, so what is the vice president's record on energy-related issues? As a presidential candidate, she said, as you just heard, she would ban fracking outright. Also, offshore drilling, banned. As a U.S. senator, she co-sponsored the ludicrous Green New Deal. As California's attorney general, she sued the Obama administration over fracking on the Pacific coast. And as DA, that was in San Francisco, she opposed drilling on public lands. Well, with us now is the founder of the American Energy Institute, Jason Isaac. So, Jason, let's talk about Kamala Harris and the things that she said on the campaign trail last time she was seeking the presidency a few years ago. We had the clip there where she said, oh, yeah, it's like easy breezy. Absolutely, I want to ban fracking. She went on Jimmy Fallon's show, did their slow jamming the news thing where she doubled down saying that once and for all, she was going to get rid of fracking. And then, offshore drilling, you go down the list. But fracking in particular could be a problem for her in Pennsylvania. We did reach out to the Harris campaign for comment. We haven't heard back. We know that there's been a statement they put out there saying, she's no longer against fracking. She's not going to ban it. The problem is she said the words emphatically over and over again in her last campaign.
Yeah, she's had a full-on assault against the American energy producers here, and even wanting to go as far as prosecuting companies that produce energy in this country. I call this the Pennsylvania pandering. She is now just looking to chase votes and saying, or her campaign is saying one thing, while she is completely contradicting what her campaign has said. She is trying to attack this energy and has done it for decades. The prosecuting, making them pay. I would be surprised if she even knows what fracking is, but it's the production of energy in this country, something that we've produced more responsibly than anywhere else on the planet. And she is going to continue to attack it and drive up costs. I don't think the voters are going to forget that they're paying thousands of dollars or more in energy because of policies that she's supported and embraced under the Biden-Harris administration.
Well, and she wants to pursue even more radical policies that would make everything cost even more, like by a lot. And, we played the clip from that CNN forum that she was engaged in back when she was a failed candidate in 2019. She didn't even make it to the 2020 campaign, at least the 2020 year of the 2020 campaign. And she was just like checking the boxes. Ban fracking? Yep. Ban offshore drilling? Yep. Ban plastic straws? Yep. Even reducing red meat. She was open to that. She said using government power and recommendations to reduce red meat consumption for the planet, supposedly. That's all just, I think, in one appearance that she made, playing a lot of those hits that I think voters are going to be seeing quite a bit.
It's absolutely incredible. And President Obama was right when he said electricity prices would necessarily skyrocket to implement these plans that he supports. And now Kamala Harris supports and has supported for decades. And that's exactly what happens. People are paying more at the pump. Under the Trump administration, the average American family was saving $2,500 a year on energy costs, and that has been completely erased by an over $5,200 increase per American family, and that's an energy cost alone. And energy isn't a part of the economy, it's the center of the economy, that everything is dependent on the cost of energy. So she doesn't need to be worrying just about Pennsylvania. She needs to worry about Ohio, Michigan, states like Wisconsin, where her policies have increased the cost of automobiles and are crushing those manufacturing jobs in those states as well.
Jason Isaac, thanks so much for your time this morning.
Great to be on. Thanks for having me, Guy.